Thank you very much, Roger. Just a pleasure to be here for this exciting press conference. And I just want to start with a question. Where were you in 1972 when Paul Henderson scored the goal heard around the world? I know where I was. I was sitting on the Team Canada players bench watching Paul Henderson and everything take part in front of me. I can't, I certainly can't forget what happened, how the goal was orchestrated, because I had a good seat. Ivan Kornoy stops the puck from going out of the Russian end, makes a pass across to a Paul Henderson who just got on the ice. Paul gets tripped and falls and slides in behind the net. Phil Esposito intercepts a clearing pass from one of the Russians and desperately throws it towards the net. At the same time, Paul Henderson was up now and came around in front of the net, and he arrived when the puck arrived. One shot, save. Second shot, goal. Wow. This is going to be some anniversary that we're about to enjoy. A special thank you to the media for being here. So good to see friends that we made over the years here today. Thanks for your efforts to bring yourself and your crews here. We really do appreciate it very much. Ivan, thank you for providing this beautiful venue for the press conference. I think it's the ideal location. And Ivan, I'm not too sure if you realize, but this was my home rink for 20 years. My home ice rink for 20 years. Years with the Marlies, the Toronto Marlboros, and during my career with the Toronto Maple Leaf Hockey Club. Yes, it was right in this building back in '63. My teammates and I were fortunate to win 4 in a row and win the Memorial Cup right on this ice against the Edmonton Oil Kings. What a memory. Another big memory for me as I walked in today and started to see the pictures of Tim Horton just over here and others as we walked around. This was the arena, Ivan, that I did score my first goal in the National Hockey League, and it's a memory that I cherish. Absolutely. And then a few years later, in '67, I was part of the Over the Hill gang, so to speak, and I was one of the young guys, and we were able to raise the Stanley Cup right out here after winning Game 6 in the finals against our arch rivals, the Montreal Canadiens. But we're here today to reflect back on Team Canada 1972 and the historical Summit Series. And it was in this very building that Team Canada bounced back for a must-win after a shocking defeat in Montreal a couple of nights before. We played well here. We got back into the series here. Who can forget Peter Mahovlich's shorthanded goal, breakaway, shorthanded goal? I mean, that's just right in the front of my mind. Who can forget Ivan Kornoy's power play goal when he broke around the defense after receiving a tape-to-tape pass from Brad Park on a power play? Wow. And it was right here, Ivan, where we held our training camp. And we started our journey. And it was one emotional roller coaster, not only for the fans across this country, but for us as players. We don't have to go into that. We know all the ups and we know all the downs. I think today our team is remembered for a lot of reasons. A lot of fans across this country have very personal reasons why it meant so much to them, but I really think our team is remembered for 2 key things. The miracle comeback, of course. We had to win the last 3 games. A tie would not have been good enough. We had to win the last 3 games. And I think we're also remembered as the team that exhibited Canadian spirit as we faced adversity that came at us from all angles. And that Canadian spirit refers to never count the Canadians out. My teammates and I and the rest of the guys, we are really looking forward to this anniversary. I haven't been back to Moscow in 40 years. I can't wait to get on the plane on Sunday with the guys. And we know our Russian friends are going to host us in a very, very special way. But I would like to highlight one event. Thank you, Roger, for outlining everything that's happening. But I'd like to highlight, if you wouldn't mind, because of the time involved here, the importance of our official gala dinner. September 28th, the day that Paul Henderson actually scored the winning goal with 34 seconds left on the clock in Game 8. Actually, just a little aside for you, I actually had some influence on that goal. As I mentioned earlier, I have this vision of Ivan Kornoy passing the puck across because Paul Henderson just got on the ice, because Peter Mahovlich came off the ice, and when this was happening, you know, I was right beside Paul on the bench, and I stepped back because when he went over the boards, I didn't want him to trip. Imagine if he caught his skate in my sweater. So just keep that in mind. I did have a little. This is the major corporate event for corporate Canada. An opportunity for you to join us and share some great memories. And maybe I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. On behalf of the team, a special thank you to Vito Vigera, very successful businessman from London, for your passionate commitment to this event. Thank you, Vito. We really need your help to get the word out. We only have a month. And there's a lovely young lady right over here, and I'm going to give you her email. Jay Bassett at Bassett Events. That's where you can get the information. Thank you very much. Raj, back to you.